EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. They get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Good. 180.
Man, I got you.
Alert. Pilot, 64, weak. My touch.
Mayfield on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. First and 10.
No.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Check. Watch 54. I'm here all day.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mayfield now from the 50. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Austin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Elliott. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, 47. You better quit. Let me know.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 56 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill. 26.
This is Elliott. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
All day, dog.
Hey, kill! 47!
Hey, 4 down.
We're going to 54, wide in.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Elliott. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Focus, defense, focus.
We go 47.
951. If you don't get the ball, truck.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
Here's Prescott. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here I come.
3rd and long for Prescott. Dancing to his left. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Quit talking about it and wait.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
180.
Check 55, Mike.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Now on 2nd and 16, Mayfield. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 55 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now Landry. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. That's Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 59 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you totally.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Shoot.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. What? 26. Back. Come on. 26.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Kill. Turn.
47.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Prescott from the gun. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Elliott a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On On second down, it's Pollard. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 27 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 81 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
At the 20-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They go to Elliott again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
First down, Cowboys.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Here's Elliott. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's got some space here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Man open, that's Damian Rattler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Pick it up, D.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 54. I got you.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. He's going to loft it deep right, and this is caught. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A 3-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Cut. Check 31. Kill.
Hey, kill.
50, 22, check.
26.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Draw play, Elliott. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no 1st down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott, that's to his running back, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
It's just me and you. Jimmy.
Kill. 26.
Again, it's Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away.
The Browns take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do?
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry